Hey guys, welcome back to Beach and Fishing. Paul here with you again, and it's very cold where I am today, as you can probably see by the 15 jumpers I'm wearing. So no fishing today, so let's catch up with some videos. Beach and Fishing is my channel aimed at everything to do with fishing. I'm an avid fisherman, not a professional fisherman, and I just like writing about it, talking about it, and carrying on like that. And today we're going to talk about tackle boxes for fishing. So tackle boxes are, the thing that we seem to grab third. We grab a rod, we grab a reel, and then we grab fourth actually, because we grab all our tackle, hooks, swivels, sinkers, and the like. And then we need something to put it all in. So today we're going to talk about the hard case traditional tackle boxes that many of us have. It's probably the first tackle box that many of us owned, and they're still perfect for what we use it for, especially if you're someone who doesn't fish a lot or doesn't have to go a long way from where the car is down to the water's edge. So if you're fishing in a jetty, on the beach, in a river, estuary, lake, wherever you're fishing, these sort of tackle boxes can work well. Probably the only caveat with them is if you're looking for something that holds a bit more, or a bit more variation in stuff like drinks and bait and clothing, towels, whatever, or you need to carry it a fair way, probably check out my post about fishing tackle bags, because they've got the boxes in them, but they've got a little bit more space to go as well. Now today I'm going to show you three different types, mainly for the fact that depending on what you're doing. Now the tackle box, something I've always worked on is I don't like to take all my tackle with me when I go fishing. Mainly, as my wife will tell you, I've got so much that it wouldn't fit there anyway. That's mainly for the fact that I'm not someone who goes out and spends thousands of dollars, but every time I walk past the little tackle section in the department store where we buy stuff for our businesses and stuff, I just happen to pick up a few little bags. So that's why I've got so much. And I don't believe in taking it all with me, because you're exposing all of it to the elements. Whereas if you're only taking a little bit, which brings us to our first option here. First option you've got is the little plastic tray. Now this little tray here I've got has in it, I put in my lures. I don't want to tip it up too much or I'll lose everything. So I've got some lures in here, some soft plastic lures, some spoon lures, a little Daiwa double clutch lure, which I love. These are great ones. Look at these. Got some jig heads, some sinkers and the like. And what I also have is a little food container, which I take, which again has a couple of bags with hooks, swivels, some sinkers in the bottom there. I think there's a lure in the bottom there, or a jig head or something like that in the bottom there. And I take these with me in my backpack wherever I go, and that is my tackle box. The reason for that, as I say, is I'm not taking everything with me, so all my other tackle is safely in the garage, not exposed to elements, because if you think about it, every time you open this up, there's salt, there's sand, there's sea mist, especially if you're in salt water, or even if you're in fresh water, you're still getting water in them, which eventually can cause rust and just bluntens the hooks and all that sort of stuff. So I take a little tackle box there. The other ones we've got, which I actually don't have any of here, so I can't show you, is the old toolbox shape, where you open up and the trays either open out or open out and double. They're very good, and I think that's the first tackle box that most people owned. It's just that little hard tackle box. And then the third one is the big tray, and I'll show you all them in a second. Now, as you think about what you need, think about what you want to take with you, how much stuff you want to take. If you're somewhere where you're chasing larger fish, so you need larger lures, you might want a tackle box. This one again has adjustable trays, adjustable tags, so I don't know if you can really tell, but see those little lines there underneath, those little slots? That means I could put more dividers in here. I've taken them out completely, but that divider comes out or goes in depending on how much space I want for each little compartment. And if you've got large lures, something like this would work well, because half the lures here don't fit in this little thing here. So if you're just taking a little bit of tackle with you, I use this one in the kayak because it just sits in front of me. Everything's easy to access. Again, slightly bigger for the lures and the like. So it depends how much you want to take with you. If you're somewhere where you get a lot of snags, or there's a big variation of species where you need to take a few different things, then the larger tackle boxes will work for you. Now it also goes if you want to keep all your tools, like your pliers, your knife and the like inside your tackle box. If you want to take spare line, so I've got, you know, rolls of line here, which I take depending on where I'm going, what I take with me. I've got that, I've got some leader, I've got some spare braid, all sorts of stuff. Obviously they're not in my tackle boxes at the moment, but if you needed to take all that, you might want a slightly bigger box as well. And the third option is one I mentioned before, depending how far you need to carry it. If you've got a little cart, then you just drop your tackle box in and off you go. If you have to carry it a long way, you've got your rod, you've got your, you know, your rod and reel, you've got a chair, you've got all this sort of stuff, then again, a tackle bag might fit better, or a backpack. I've got a little sling backpack thing. Then it goes in your shoulders and you've got your hands free for everything else. So they're pretty much the options to consider as you move forward. Now let's go and have a look at the three options I've come up with. So as we say, you got your tackle box. That's the plastic tray one I've shown you. There's the drawer style or the old toolbox style tackle box. And then you've got the larger one if you've got a lot of stuff. Sorry, my cats are fighting near us here. So if you've got a larger one there, if you've got more stuff, you can take that. And as I mentioned, location, target species, what hazards, weather patterns. So if it's really wet there, of course you can do that. There you go, that's showing you what I use. So I've got my tackle tray, little tubes there. So what I've come up with for you, if you're looking for different items, this first one here is just the Tough Tainer. It's almost identical to the one I just showed you. It's got interchangeable little compartments in there. It's 1.75 by deep, 7.25 by 11 inches wide and high. Light waterproof, which most of them are. I mean, if you drop these in water, they will fill with water. They're not completely water sealed, but if you spray water sprays on them, they're not going to get wet. And as I say, the dividers makes up the 24 different compartments. Secure latches, infused VCI formula infused in the dividers that release a corrosion inhibiting vapor. I had never heard of that, but there you go. So keeps your stuff nice and safe. Also cheap, so you can pick up 3 or 4 and off you go. And they, you know, very good ratings for that one as well. Second option here, if you're going into, if you want the toolbox type setup or you want to carry a bit more stuff. So this one opens up into, you know, the little tray that folds out. 8.5 by 14 inches. Waterproof when it's closed, 7 to 13 adjustable compartments, plus the storage area at the bottom there where all your tools and the like will go. You can get different ones, so 1, 2 or 3 cantilever trays. You know, the trays open up, so you can, this one is only the one for $10. They're slightly more expensive, depends on how many trays you want, so you can adjust your size on these ones. And as I say, if you just want a good sturdy tackle box and you're not going to go a lot and you want to keep a bit more gear, this would be a good one to choose as well. And my third option here is for those of you who want to take a lot more with you. So if you, as I say, if you're going to be out there all night or you want to take a lot more lures or a lot more tackle and the like with you, this one's got some little compartments on the top there, so you can put stuff in up the top for easy access, like a couple of hooks, a couple of swivels. That means if you do get snagged and you lose your gear, you can get to that quickly without putting wet hands inside the tray. So there's 3 trays in there, holds a lot more stuff, 18 inches by 11 inches, waterproof when it's closed, 3 adjustable 3600 stowaway utility boxes, which is 3 trays. Basically, it's got the covers and drawers up the top there, so you can see everything in there. There's another bulk storage section under the lid, so that bit there opens up so you can keep all your tools and the like in it. And these boxes here are actually on a slight angle, which means you can pull them out and drop them in a lot easier than if they were square, if they are flat. Okay, that's it. That's my 3 tackle boxes. I know not a lot of explanation around that one, but let's face it, tackle box is a tackle box. Basically just comes down to the size you have or the size you want or what you want to take with you. But those 3 options there are, you know, good. They're the ones for good price, good reviews, so check them out. If you're watching this within YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel below. That way I can keep you up to date with everything to do with my fishing adventures. If you're watching this within the post, let me know what tackle box you use. If you have any questions about what you should choose, what works best for me, or asking others what works best for them, comment below. Would love to hear from you. Okay guys, thanks for that. Have fun fishing and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.